welcome to another episode of Mojave River Valley News. We're out here in Apple Valley at the Apple Valley Chamber of Commerce, which is part of the High Desert, the Greater High Desert Chamber of Commerce. And they graciously allowed us to use their facility this year. We're going ahead and we're going to interview many candidates across the entire Mojave River Valley. Some are in here that we've done our best to try to get a hold of everybody we can. Fortunately, you might not find your favorite candidate there just because of logistics or whatever it might be, but we did our best to go ahead and put as many interviews as we can together. So you know what? Stay tuned. We'll be right back with you because we got a lot of great interviews to throw at you. Hey, another candidate we're going to be doing today is Anita Tucker. Anita Tucker is running for the Apple Valley Unified School District. She has been in education in the past here, and so you know what? It'll be interesting what she says and why she wants to be elected to the school board. Hey, we'll be right back with you. Stay tuned. Hi, again, I'm Eric Swanson. I'm here with Anita Tucker. Anita, you're running for the Apple Valley Unified School District Board. Which district?
Area 1.
Area 1. I shouldn't say district. I get confused. Take a few moments and tell the folks, maybe about 15 seconds, a little bit about you.
Well, I'm a proud native from the High Desert. My family moved here in 1964. I grew up here, graduated from Apple Valley High School. My family, we raised our family here. They graduated, my youngest daughter from Granite. I worked as an educator for over 30 years. I was a classified employee, I was a teacher, administrator, and now I'm teaching college, working with new teachers. I'm excited to use what I've learned in my life to give back to our schools and work with our school district. I'm very proud of Apple Valley Unified School District, and I know that I can work to make it better.
So, you're walking into a multi-million-dollar organization.
Yes.
This is big. A lot of people don't recognize how big schools are, Where do you fit with this for the next 4 years? Why are you the pick for helping be in the 1 of 3 votes, or 1 of 5 votes, I should say? Three is what you need to make decisions, right? Mm-hmm. Where do you fit with this?
Well, I've had a lot of experience. I've worked with multi-million-dollar budgets. In my classified position, I was a secretary at Victor Valley High School. Our budget was very large, and I worked with that. As a teacher and administrator, I work with budgets for sites and the millions of dollars. And then I was a union president for Victor Valley Union High School District for VVTA, the teachers union, and I worked with our negotiations team examining Victor Valley Union High School District's budget, which is about the same as Apple Valley. It's just under $200 million. So I'm familiar with those figures. I worked with them.
To Hesperia?
Hesperia, I think, is a little bit bigger. Quite a bit bigger. And I did work for Hesperia at Hesperia High School, and I worked at the district office. So I have a lot of experience. I've done a lot of things. I've worked with budgets. I've worked with personnel. Mm-hmm. I've done things from the very bottom, working as a part-time employee when my kids were young, to being an administrator at Lakeview.
Let's touch on something different that it's affecting schools, and it's even the colleges in our schools and you guys too, is getting the students. And I'm not talking about academics of the pandemic, but I'm talking about getting them back to school. What do we need to do next to get more of our students to really get back into the system?
Well, I know that our students, one of the biggest issues I've heard from parents, and I've been talking with parents, I've been talking with students, and a lot of it is there's fear. They don't feel safe at schools. And we need to make sure that we are doing everything we can to have the safest of schools for our students, make them feel safe and welcome, and also make their classes and school fun and engaging. Kids like to learn when they're having fun. As a teacher, I tried to make sure that my lessons were engaging and fun. I wanted to have that for our students in my class, and I think as a district we need to do that. We have a long way to go to recuperate from the pandemic, but we need to make sure we have kids in classrooms. Lowering class size, Apple Valley has started doing that a little bit, which is great, but we need to maybe look at doing it a little bit more. And I think also kids are engaged with CTE classes, which are kind of like what our shop and industrial arts and cooking and things. They have a lot, and it's a lot more advanced with.
You're going through all the next questions I have. So actually, the next question that you've answered a lot already is of course the number one job of our district is, a lot of people forget, it's not teaching kids, it's student safety. And you touched on some of it. So let's just talk about student safety, the hard student safety. Where do you feel we are either doing the right job, not doing enough? Where do we need to go with that?
Apple Valley is doing a great job. Apple Valley was very wise in getting a school police department because they can work with the students. Students see the police officers as mentors, as role models, as looking up to them. And they're right there on the campuses to provide for our students. Also to make sure that we have things in the classroom. Nobody wants to have the very worst thing happen with schools. And the best you can do is you can prepare your staff. You can make sure that you have safety features in the classrooms and spend that money for that. Make sure that everyone is trained. The safety plans are updated. And
I got so much to do and so little time to do it. We only have 7 minutes to do this. I'm going to have to touch on a couple other things. CTE.
CTE is, I think, probably the way of the future. A lot of our students are excited and engaged about it. They want to work in auto mechanics or in aeronautics or different fields, the hospitality fields, and they can learn that and get real experience. They can do internships, and we're doing a great job with it, but there's so much more that we could do in partnership.
That's a broad question in the first place, and we have so little time even to talk about it. I'm gonna keep us moving because I want to touch on another big thing that the schools and parents are kind of weird. They're kind of weirded out about a little bit is AI, artificial intelligence. We only got a few seconds, so I'm going to really push you on this one. What do you feel we need to do with AI in the schools?
I remember when computers were there and teachers were worried, oh my gosh, they're going to look things up and get the answers. Anyone can find an answer to something, but they need to be able to use that information critically, to think, to write critically. We need to take the artificial intelligence and we need to the teachers and educators need to step up and make that work for them. It's going to be here, it's going to be around, but you need to know more than just an answer from Google. You need to be able to work and utilize it, and we have to push critical writing and thinking.
Okay, let me put this one here. We have to do really quick. You are coming in. I'm going to work with 5 of the board members, 4 of the board members, and 5 is yourself. You always have to know how to count to 3 because that's how you make decisions. That's what the decision is, 3 to 5. You have to work with the superintendent. Where do you fit with this? We've only got a second here, but tell me where you think you fit with this with the next 4 years.
I'm excited to work with the outstanding group that we have. I've worked with a very large and diverse amount of people in all my jobs, and I feel that I've worked well with them. We may not agree with everything, but we're going to respect each other, and we're going to, most importantly, come to the best choice for our students. They're our number one priority. If I'm elected, I'm a trustee of the voters, and I need to do that and make sure that I'm working for our students.
Thank you very much for coming and sharing with us today. Hey, you know what? These episodes, working with candidates, is always amazing. You know what? Thank you for tuning in. I hope we gave you some insight about who these folks are. We try to hit all the candidates, but there's so many out there, and it's not that we left anybody out. We really made an effort to try to get everybody in here for it. Another thing I want to do is I want to thank the Greater High Desert Chamber of Commerce for allowing us to use this beautiful facility out here in Apple Valley, because this really made a big difference for us. By the way, please, if you haven't had a chance, please subscribe, ring the bell, give us a thumbs up, because this allows these videos to get wider range of people so they can see them. The more the people that are involved with it, the more people that see this, the more people can help make their decisions. Hey, on behalf of myself, Eric Swanson, my technicians, and all the candidates, I want to thank you very much for tuning in this time, because you know what? This is a major thing. This is a big thing. We'll be voting this November 5th here. And these candidates are the ones we got to kind of keep an eye on and see which ones are going to be best for us. Stay tuned. We have more episodes coming, and you'll look for all these different candidate videos out there. There's a bunch of them. See you soon.